Hello, welcome everyone to another match of Beyond All Reason. Back on Supremisthemis, one of our standard go to maps, something I've been playing quite a bit of lately. But this one is an interesting replay to go through because Cookie Destroyer ended up hopping into this lobby and joining the match just as we were getting started. Now, as you can see, Cookie Destroyer at 52 OS compared to, well, the rest of us scrubs out here. And Cookie Destroyer went up, so I decided I'll join him on the front lines just to get a better understanding of how the top level bar players play this game. I'm going for a standard frontline start, going for res bots to reclaim all the metal that's there in Supremisthemis, the midsection. Press F7, there you see there's about 1.25k metal or so. Cookie Destroyer goes for an arm vehicle lab, and funnily enough, for some reason, I decided to go into an arm bot lab. Armada is a faction I don't really play a lot of, and it will become very evident when this very first skirmish starts taking place. The micro on my pawns is horrible, so I lose one tick. I'm gonna lose this other of the first of my pawns to one enemy pawn, and then as the second pawn of mine walks up, I'm gonna lose. I think I'm pretty much gonna lose that, or I decide to just charge into that pawn and somehow survive at 28% HP. Now, meanwhile, Cookie Destroyer is just getting his basic eco started. He has his construction vehicle moving forward. He's had enough time to go for a second construction vehicle. Lagging a bit on energy. I think Lebel decides that's all the boost we're gonna get up front, which is fair. I mean, he did give us the tidal generators, which provide you a steady energy source. Meanwhile, I'm just spamming my pawns out, hoping that my res bots get enough space to eat up all the metal. Not the best of micros. And then I see grunts are here. Now the challenge with grunts versus pawns is grunts outrange pawns by a tiny little bit. So pawns at 180, grunts at 215. That's actually more than a fair bit of range advantage that the grunts have. The grunts are a little bit slower, so pawns can run into grunts, but you can see both sides. There's a stream of grunts coming out, and well, a trickle of pawns coming in as well. And I'm getting pushed back. So my resbot, one of them dies, the other one at 24% HP, and we've lost control of the mid metal. And the green player, Gamer21A, is already eating up all of that. Fortunately, Cookie Destroyer sort of comes in. He's got two Janices, one Stout. That's a solid vehicle startup to get the front reestablished. Something funny happened over here. Oh, there was a bomber. But massive help from Blue Horizon. Goes for a front bombing, and he's going to continue going for more bombing. That's great. That's air players, take note. Single bomber at 3 minutes 20 seconds. It's already getting that eco advantage for the red team. I am stalling on AVM, low on energy. I have one of my con bots building up my mexes, but Cookie Destroyer miles ahead of me. It's got, well, 3 Janices with 4 kills between them, 2 Stouts with, well, no kills, but Stouts are just there to hold the front lines. Janices with these missiles, overwhelming firepower, right? And slow and steady, just winding his way forward. Meanwhile, I'm lagging so far behind Cookie Destroyer, right? His commander's up to the 3rd mech in his lane. I haven't even captured the first one. And I realize that I'm not supporting my lane partner, so I better get moving. Now, another interesting conversation that we had when the game was getting started was ANC Inc. wanted to go Geo. And I am aware that Wizard likes going early Zars. So I called out to him that, look, we will need you to push forward ASAP with a strong T2 unit. And I am establishing the front line, and that becomes important in about 2 or 3 minutes. Meanwhile, Cookie Destroyer all the way forward in the green player's face, the dark green player. Poor fellow, 16 OS going up against 52 OS, just trying to delay his fall by as much as he can. However, each one of those Janus shots, look at that. The commander's at 1% HP. That's 50, 53 HP, slowly healing himself back up. But he's got an incisor handed over as well. So Destroyer just waltzes into this base. I think he's gonna start eating this lab as well. Like, what a shad! Standing, taking fire from the rocket bots, eating up all that metal, kills the dark green commander. So frontline is completely destroyed. This is before the blue player has the opportunity to even go into a T2 lab. Now, Gamer21A tries to jump in, tries to degun these units. So I push forward with my pawns and grunts. And we get the yellow, the light green commander as well. So that's the two front commanders that the enemy team's already lost out on before 6 minutes. And once again, like the noob I am, I'm still setting up your T1 defenses, LLTs to stop God knows what. And Cookie Destroyer degunned commander metal over here. We're gonna move in, try to eat this metal, get some metal to boost our units, get some metal to boost our Geo as well. Our Geo going into a T2, a fairly early T2 from someone who's at 3 chefs. So great job, Ank. Rocket bots coming out, there's thugs coming out. Look at that, deguns onto Riptides, just pushing back on the enemy sea as well. So before the seas had time to establish either side, we're right there knocking on the front door. He is tanking rocket bot fire as well. I think he consciously did that to sort of allow his tanks to get some more HP, get in there. Because each one of those Janus volleys does a lot of damage. I see Cookie Destroyer is low on HP. I believe I'm going to go try to heal him or something. Yeah, so a little attempt over there, and then I'm like, okay, he's going to be fine. Because he's already moving on to the next player, right? He's taken the dark green base, he's moving on to the light green base. Like, I am APM stalling with my units. He is not. Each one of them just marching forward, taking down LLTs, destroying what trickle of units is coming in. Now, something interesting happened over here. So, the blue player gets his Tsar from this side. Now, you would usually expect a Tsar to come straight, it comes around, and I'm not prepared for that. So, I'm on my merry way, just eating up all the metal over here with my commander. I'm going to be not so pleasantly surprised right now. So, let's just look at this from my view. And I'm not spectating this. I'm out there trying to micro this. The first Tsar hits me, the second Tsar shot hits my commander, and it's all because of Cookie Destroyer's insane game understanding. He pings it out for me. I don't have a choice but to look at why he's pinging the lane, and I see a Tsar over there. Fortunately, I had the presence of mind to degun it. We're walking into the green base, and already the resign vote's been called. So that one Tsar, because it got called out and because it got degunned, and Cookie Destroyer casually calls me a noob over here as well. I think that's gonna be a good thumbnail to get this video going. I'm looking forward to playing more games with them. So cheers, hope we learned something new over here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.